what up, motherfuckers? Welcome to another episode of Nitro Podcast. Today is a weird one because I'm not in the normal fun gym. I'm just, in the kitchen somewhere. Anyways, today we have a very special guest. I like to say that we have two special guests. One more special than the other, but I don't like to say which one's more special than the other. So Sucio.
It's not me because I'm a dumbass, and everybody knows I'm a fucking dumbass. But what up, baby? It's Sucio, aka Cerberus, aka Thought Boy Supreme, aka Lesbian Wolverine, aka Cobija-chan, aka ex-boyfriend of everybody's mom. Welcome. Thank you for having me back. Another episode of Night Trap Podcast. This time we bring a homie of ours who's out in DC, but El Paso native. A lot of people know him because of the various bands he's been in, music. The art that he's put out there. A lot of people have a lot of different connections to this man. So I'm just gonna introduce him. ROOTBUG, baby, what's up, homie? Nice to see you again.
Yes, thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be talking with you guys. I've been a big fan of this Night Trap, you know? It feels good to be talking to El Paso folks again.
¿Por qué? ¿Qué quieres decir o qué?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is kind of weird because I just met a girl here in DC, literally walking away from my new place that is from El Paso.
No, how the fuck is that even possible?
Through Bumble.
Was it one of your requirements?
Yeah, no, for real. And it's the weirdest thing because, I was like moving to my new place. I'm like, fuck it, I'll try it.
You should tell her about the podcast.
I know. I'm gonna tell. I'll be like, hey, check out these Mexicans or whatever.
check out these carnales, we watch that. So look, I'm just gonna get into it because I actually want to catch up with you. I haven't seen you in, how long has it been since you moved to DC? Well, you moved to Austin first.
Oh yeah, so I moved to San Antonio / Austin years ago, like in fucking 2007.
Yeah.
And then I came back for a little. Well, I went back to El Paso for a little bit, But I hadn't seen you since before all that, man. Like, when I was playing all those ROOTBUG shows.
Yeah.
It's been a very, very long time, so it's really cool to connect again.
It's interesting because you keep up with somebody even if it's just on Facebook. But I see you doing stuff. I see you. You're still doing music. I really love the last ROOTBUG album. I still randomly hear that get played like at work, right? I'll have my Spotify at work, and I'll be like, oh shit, that's my homie. Like, yeah, who is this? People ask me, but so okay. Let me just start off at the beginning. What were the projects you were in El Paso? Because I couldn't really remember because I know you were doing stuff with so many people.
Yeah. So early on, very, very early on, I think before I met you. We had this heavy band called Deadlock, and we opened up for Sepultura, Morbid Angel, and shit like that.
Okay.
It was awesome. And then after that, it was a band called Feel Good Pill. We did a lot of the shows with that band around like Zeppelins. Remember all that shit? Well,
yeah. I was the head of security. Yeah. That's where we met. Yeah. It was definitely.
That's where we met. Yeah.
I met this fool too there, but he must have been 16 or something.
Yeah.
We were all kids.
Oh, little boy.
So from there, it was me and Promise. We were doing it was me, it was ROOTBUG. That's when I started doing my solo.
Yeah.
And it was me and Promise. We were constantly doing shit. It was like solo, and then me and Super Root and shit like that at Zeppelins, at like Black Market, shit, Cincinnati and all that shit. Also like shows on the east side, but like they weren't as important as like Mesa and all that shit, where like the hype really, motherfuckers were out there or whatever. And then
they were in the dunes though. They were at fucking like Lobes' house or whatever. Yeah. They were at somebody's crib.
Well, yeah, on the east side and shit. We were far east. We play fucking backyard shows, and shit would get wild. I got a lot of gear stolen from those goddamn shows. For real.
I think you played a show at the scrapyard, right? At the junkyard.
Yeah.
I remember that for sure.
Fucking Fernie.
Shout out Fernie. I don't know what the fuck's happening to him, but
shout out. I know where he is actually. He's living with my homeboy Wally, who's a DJ out there, who I actually was in a band with called State, and we grew up together. He's living with him right now, actually.
That's fucking crazy. That's how small the world is.
It's very random too, man. But you know, they've always been tight and shit. Me and Fernie, yeah, we've had our. He's fine, like he's all right. But you know, anyway.
So he's a weird artistic type where at least right now me and you are having a conversation, but you can't really have too much of a conversation with Fernie. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I've tried, man. I've tried, and while he's like, nah, man, give him a chance. He, you know, he's on the spectrum, and I'm like, dude, I understand, but sometimes he fucking pisses me off. Well, he would piss me off with money stuff, but that's
another story.
That's
already done with that shit.
Puras cocinadas del Paso.
That's so crazy how Zeppelins and like black market or Moontime Pizza back in those days are now a fucking CVS and like lowbrow, the beginnings of lowbrow. Yeah.
Oh my god. So that's how long I haven't been back there.
That's crazy.
I've been in DC for 10 fucking years.
Damn.
Every time I go back to El Paso, I never went back to the Cincinnati area because I was like, there's no need for me to go back and shit, you know, so I just didn't go. You know, I was busy like hooking up with family and friends and shit.
Yeah.
I had no idea it was that different. And I know, especially now with this fucking virus, right? Like,
now everything's gonna be closed when you come back.
I mean, I'm the head of security of the lowbrows because it's two lowbrows now, an outdoor and an indoor venue. And what Zeppelin's became lowbrow.
Oh, it's in the Zeppelin's place?
Yeah, it's in the same exact spot, dude. The same exact spot that I started working when I moved back in 2019 is the same spot I was working in 2020.
But they made it into like
into
an amphitheater kind of deal thing because
but
Zeppelin
it's not gonna be
really
there.
small.
When you come back, it's not gonna be there. They're already gonna tear it down because of the fucking virus, bro. Anyway,
yeah.
So, I mean, this is a perfect segue. So obviously you're in DC. I mean, I wanted to really ask. You moved out there obviously for work and stuff, but you were doing art, right? Like, what were you working on? Because I remember you were working on these huge portraits at UTEP, like when you graduated from UTEP. A lot of people still talk about those. The Joker, the El Santo.
Actually, and that's funny. When I was at UTEP, I was only at UTEP for like maybe a year. It was early on, and I was working on huge portraits, but it wasn't those. I was working on those portraits here in DC.
Okay.
So when I moved here, I came out here actually for art school.
Okay.
So I came out here with like an ex, not the one that I just broke up with, but another one. She came out here for law.
It's like, let me see the list. Which one?
Right.
Which one was it? Like,
it was the lawyer. She came out here for law school and shit. She also in El Paso, and I found this art school that was amazing. It's called the Corcoran College of Art and Design, right? So yeah, we were here. We broke up. She went back, and I stayed because, you know, I'm like, I'm gonna stay doing all this shit. That's where I painted those humongous portraits of the Joker. Yeah. What was it? The dude from Point Break, Patrick Swayze, and the
yeah, with the mask on,
and MF Doom.
MF Doom.
Mm-hmm. Those were my thesis projects. Like after finishing 4 years of a hellscape that is art school, which is amazing, but it's very difficult. It's fucking difficult.
There's a lot of personalities out there.
Oh shit, man, and
a lot of Fernandes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. And it's you know, artists. You know how they are. I mean, I am too, but not as bad. I mean, at least I'm personable and shit. But like, it was very cutthroat. But it was a small school. There was like 200 kids and shit. I was like, 20 to 30 years old when, I was in the shit. But I would call it the Xavier School because the museum was above us, which is a museum, which used to be a museum. It's been bought up by another university, but it was a museum, and our university was underground. So I called it we were the school for X-Men. So our fucking crew, we call each other X-Men. We're X-Men and shit, You're
in the Cerebro room?
Yeah.
Danger room?
Oh yeah. And all our professors were fucking geniuses. They're artists, Yeah. It was like, having a shitload of Xaviers. So yeah, anyway, the thesis ended up our thesis was that we were able to put our artwork in the fucking gallery.
Nice.
So people could come and check it out,
Yeah.
Just whatever. They just open it up and they would check it out. So it was like the big show, And that's where I got to put up a rapper, the Joker, dude from a good movie. I like it, which you know. A lot of my, well, the one professor I fought with, she was like, oh, like pop culture sucks, and I'm like, fuck you, pop culture is amazing, and I'm putting it up on this wall. Fuck you, They were trying
Warhol said so.
She was trying to make me change it, and I was like, nah, fuck this. If I could, I would have put Godzilla up there.
You should have done that shit, dude.
I was actually, I was very close. And you know what they were like telling me? They're like, oh, you're Mexican and shit. Maybe you should do something with the wall and all this.
Una pinche zarape.
Oh, dude, I
hate that shit, dude.
Yeah. And I'm like, just because I'm Mexican, like, it doesn't mean that I have to like
that we're not influenced by so many other cultures, right, that it seeps into our everyday life. Like even this issue, look, I mean, you know the fucking pungent, like there's all types of shit on here.
Yeah.
But
you should
that doesn't mean that it's all nopales, bro.
You should do a fucking black, not black, red, white and fucking green. Mecha Godzilla, dude, like eating Trump or some shit, dude.
Hey, that's not a bad idea, man. I might.
Get shot of it. So, I mean, okay, so you're obviously in El Paso and you moved out of here. Now, I really want to ask you, as an El Pasoan, how different is DC from El Paso?
No.
How different? I mean, a whole nother thing.
Oh yeah. So yeah, when I first got out of here, man, it was a culture shock. A madre, because first of all, it's multicultural up the ass. Everywhere you go, you see it's not just like, like we're used to, El Paso, all Mexicans and then some white people and basically no black people, right?
And then the random people from the base they're just here for like 6 months.
Which I would tattoo actually when I was tattooing out there.
And they're Mexican wives.
Yeah.
No, but out here, man, you walk the streets and it's just like every nationality. You hear all kinds of fucking like,
dialects.
You see every nationality basically because everybody comes here. It's a hub or whatever. And this is when I first got here. Now it's all dystopian fucking bullshit because of what's going on. But I mean, it's still the same thing. I just moved to a neighborhood which is basically Hispanic and Latinx or whatever, Yeah. But you still, I mean, obviously you still see, it's multicultural, which is amazing. I'm like chill with it. Like I was like, holy crap. I was used to the bubble of being around just like straight up Mexicans. I mean, for real. I mean, as you guys know, it's just, I mean, that's just the way it is over there.
Pura raza.
Yeah, especially because of Juarez and shit like that. I mean, it's just like, that's the way it is. And my entire family is Mexican, it's just the way it is.
And
then we talk Spanglish and like, we don't even notice, we don't even notice that we're like, mixing the two languages.
Yeah.
People from the F are like, what the fuck is he saying?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Yeah, I've spoken to people from like the F and shit like that. See, I'm like, oh, you're Mexican, and like when I speak Spanish, they're like, oh, you speak that like gross shit. And I'm like, it's Spanglish and it's still fucking, it's authentic. I like it. Like that's the way I speak. Whatever. Fuck it.
It's like tag-along, baby. It's like Latin tag-along.
Yeah. No, but it's cool, man. It's like, and the thing about it is that everybody here gets along because, like we're gonna get into politics really quickly.
Quit that shit. I'm just kidding.
No, bro. The only
we're afraid of hot button subjects at this show, dog. It's all PG here. Yeah.
It's not gonna be that bad. I'm saying like Republican, Democrat. This city is kind of like a Democratic bubble also because I don't know why it's the way it is. The only Republicans that exist here are the mainly white dudes that are in Congress and shit like that. So, whenever there are protests, it's mainly Democrats and it's all races, all whatever, So, other than that, like in the city, everybody kind of just gets along. It's like very fucking peaceful here, man. It's like, so that's why when like motherfuckers are talking about riots here, that was false. Very, very false.
Okay.
Media hype and shit like that.
Okay.
Mainly just like White House shit. But anyway, the vibe here is pretty fucking awesome, which is why I stayed after I graduated. I'm like, hey, fuck it. I found a good job, like an office job, and I'm still doing my art. Luckily, I can still make albums and shit, you know, well, I will say the one big problem is how expensive it is here.
I believe that shit. I absolutely believe that.
It's insane, man. It's hard. Like you can't even fart without paying a fucking fee for it.
No, fuck.
Dude, and we fart a lot.
Is that the Illuminati
yeah.
money? They don't give no fucks, dog. They're gonna take everything away from
Right, yeah. And so that's the one thing that's why I was like, I was contemplating going back to like Austin or maybe even El Paso, but it seemed like a really hard move for me, especially because I kind of put down roots in this motherfucker. And I have a fucking network here. I've been doing pretty all right, you know, and shit. So.
Well, I mean, I see you doing the shows. You just did a live cast the other day. I'm gonna ask you about the music right now. So, okay, I asked you about the band. I'm gonna ask you about your influences because I mean, I've heard you play everywhere from drum and bass, like glitch hop, Chicago footwork, juke stepping. If you listen to the albums, one album is like heavily inspired 8-bit, while then you got a Thelonious Monk fucking track in there, and I think that's really what run me over was like you were getting influences from jazz, you were getting influences from heavier rock, Aphex Twin, like so. Obviously, you still play. What are you playing now compared to what you were playing 15 years ago?
So a lot of my like huge influences that I draw from and like some that I sample from really have always been Aphex Twin, Square Pusher. I don't know if you guys ever heard of metalheads like drum and bass, old school jungle. Obviously, jazz is a big deal for me, and I'm talking like across the board. You know, Miles Davis, Thelonious Monk, Stan Getz. That is huge for me. I'm constantly listening to that music from way back. But I also really I'm a huge hip hop fan. So I listen to pretty much, always 90s hip hop. 90s hip hop is a humongous inspiration. Biggie and shit. I don't really like Tupac, but that's a different episode.
Well, hey. I don't fuck with Tupac either, homie, so you're right.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
He's dead anyway.
Fine. And I totally respect him for what he did, but I just never, I was like never into it. Anyway, but like currently, I'm really big into Freddie Gibbs. Madlib is a humongous inspiration for me. Madlib is a master beat producer. Talib Kweli, Mos Def, all these cats. There's some
lyricist.
Yeah, lyricist. But
actually got some context to it.
It can spit. Yes, they can spit, but there's something to listen to instead of just like bullshit. But all of us had to work really hard back in the day to find music. Honestly, and now it's like available. Like
now it's just press a button.
I straight up have a story, and I'll be honest with you. I had a song stuck in my head, and I think I've said this story before. There's only been 2 times in my life that I really honestly thought about killing myself.
Oh, shit.
One of them was when I was very sick, and I fucking could not pull out of that whatsoever, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking die anyways. And the first time, I was like 10 years old, and I remember I heard a music video on TV. And the first 5 seconds of that music video got stuck in my head for like 6 weeks. And I said, I have to be crazy. Something has to be wrong with me if this song is constantly playing in my head, that one little fucking thing. So I remember going to the, I know what it is. It's Institute of Sound, fucking Johnny.
Oh my God, yes.
So I had that little bit stuck in my head for weeks. And I remember trying to go find that album. I didn't even know where to fucking start to look for this song that was eating me alive on the inside. I was 10 years old. I was like, something's wrong with me. I'm losing my fucking mind. I'm 10 years old. But yeah, it wasn't until years later that I fucking found it. And I heard that little fucking note. And I was like, that's what got stuck in my head? That dumbass fucking shitty little note that was like, what the fuck? I'm a fucking idiot. Like, freaking pendejadas.
No, that's the music. That's the science. That's the, like, if you can get somebody to, like, want to kill themselves for what you wrote, then you did it. I mean, as a musician, then you
got real. That's music theory.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Yeah. Confirmed. Yeah. But, my way is like, I don't want people to kill themselves. I want them to love everybody, or, fuck, or whatever.
Well, I mean, I've always heard your influences, and like I said, I was saying DJ Shadow, all the way back to the old bitchy stuff. But so the scene is super different out in DC. You're obviously able to see all these influences back to back to back. Now I know the same thing is with the art. Like you went out there for art. How big is like the art scene out there? Because I know you do some graph stuff. You do some street art stuff. You do little things here and there. Like, I don't know what you're working on. The last thing you showed me was that Godzilla, and you never showed me like the end results of that Godzilla.
Oh, so that Godzilla was actually in my office building, this very conservative office, my own office before this coronavirus happened. And we had just, like our company, I work for an AV company. I'm like the director of the AV company it works specifically for a hotel. We do like very big political like conferences and shit. Like I've done like sound for literally myself for like Hillary Clinton, for like, a lot of these like big fuckers. Anyway, we were moved to this like right next door to this building, which was just full of like these conservative like, office people. And I had my own office with my boy, and I was like, we were talking about Godzilla because I think I was watching one of your shits, and I was like, oh man. I miss Godzilla and shit like that. He was like, just draw it, man, just draw it. And I was like, all right, cool. And I was like, what if I draw it on the wall? He's like, do it. So I did. I drew it right next to like my desk or whatever. It's still there, and it's like big as shit. I didn't finish it because we got busy, and then the fucking virus hit. But hold on. So I'm not fired. I'm furloughed. I'm not working right now, but I'm gonna go back as soon as shit opens up because these motherfuckers have a deep well. Hopefully I can go back and finish it. I mean,
when you come back, it's funny, like if fucking Godzilla has like shades and like fucking a lunchbox and shit, like the people just like drew shit on.
People were adding onto it. It became a fucking office project.
But I've also been working, I've done murals like here and there with one of my good friends, Halsey, who has since moved away. We were doing, shit like that. But the last mural I did was a Black Lives Matter mural, which was on the front, because they boarded up like every business in DC during the
unrest.
Yes, because everybody was scared that there was going to be looting, which didn't happen. But so anyway, Urban Outfitters, who has been like funding conservatives like forever, was the owner who is black, or no, the manager who is black at this certain one was like, hey, I'm gonna do this against corporate's will. I want you guys to help me paint Black Lives Matters on these fucking boards, and if I get fired, fuck it, whatever. So I was like, oh shit, I'm down, I'll do this shit for free. And that was the last one I did. My friend designed it she's like in Cincinnati right now, and then she was like, take this, and I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll do it. So I did it with the help of a few other friends, and we painted this big fucking Black Lives Matter thing in front of Urban Outfitters without corporate knowing, and they were I'm pretty sure they were pissed off about it. They took it down maybe like a week later, saying, oh, we had to take it down because we were opening up, which they didn't. I mean, they opened up like 2 weeks after that. And then they were like, oh, we're going to give it to the Smithsonian because the Smithsonian is actually asking the Smithsonian, you guys are aware of the Smithsonian, this big fucking like art motherfuckers here. They were like asking for all of the protest signs and everything that were hung in front of the gate that was put in front of the White House. So they could make another gallery to commiserate. Like,
damn, so you might get hung up in the Smithsonian, Papa?
Possibly. We'll see.
Damn.
We'll see. And that would be a big deal. I have a friend that works for the Smithsonian, so I'll make sure, if that's true, I'll be like, hey man, you've been hearing about this or whatever. I'll like figure it out or whatever. And if not, man, I'm gonna fucking actually go down to Urban Outfitters and be like, hey, we worked hard on it. It wasn't just me, it was like 2-3 other black artists who were like 17. They did the other side, and it was fucking awesome, man. They were fucking doing some badass shit. So I hope that, Urban Outfitters, they at least step up and do that, They've been giving money to conservatives forever. At least they could just, donate these boards if they did save them, because they were all boards, and you could take them apart and then you can put them back together. Hopefully that's true. I'll figure it out. Like, I'll update you guys.
So get ready for Night at the Museum 4 starting. Just kidding.
Yeah, right.
It's gonna be El Santo, Joker, Godzilla.
Yeah.
All those fuckers are coming.
Oh my God, El Santo. That was the thing. El Santo. I think I don't know if you've seen the El Santo. El Santo was supposed to be part of my thesis, but it got cut because I couldn't fit it on the wall like perfectly.
I remember you fucking said that, homie. Fuck.
Man, and that fucking,
that's crazy.
That busted me up so hard because I wanted that one to go. So I still have it. Like and I'm like, well, my mom has it in fucking New Mexico because I had to move all those fucking big ass paintings. I can't move around with those big ass paintings.
How many were there? Because I mean, there was at least 6, right?
It was like 6 in total, but like
they were fucking huge.
Yeah, they're big as shit. They're big as fuck, man. It's
what hard. Are they, 5 by 7 or what? 5 by what?
I can't. If they were like, okay, they were like 6 foot by. I don't know. They were 5. They're big as shit. They're big as shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't, and it's hard to move around this city, like especially the way I am. I'm moving around the goddamn city. I can't move shit like that. So, one of my other exes got a U-Haul and she was moving back to Houston, and I got her to move all this shit.
Oh no!
Have you
shout out to my cool ex. Everybody's cool ex. You're the best.
Have you seen that show, Schitt's Creek?
Yeah.
When they move the fucking picture inside of the, it's like a.
I love, and I'm like, I relate to that shit, man, because, and that's the thing. When I paint now, and I'm painting the new Joker, the Joaquin Phoenix one,
okay. Oh yeah.
Normally when I paint, I put them on a frame, like you build the frame and then you stretch the shit on the canvas on the frame. But like now I'm like, well, it's easier to just fucking tack it on the wall, like just the canvas and then paint, and then I can roll it up later, That way it's easier to transport.
ROOTBUG, what would you, being somebody that escaped El Paso, because obviously, the whole Paso thing, where like, once you're here, you can't leave, but you obviously took off. You've obviously done big things other places. You come back every once in a while, you leave. What would be a piece of advice for somebody that's moving out of El Paso and trying to make it somewhere else? Because I personally have moved out of El Paso multiple times, and I come back and I have to give people certain pieces of advice because El Paso is very different from the rest of the fucking world.
Right.
And like you said, you had a culture shock. What would be your advice to somebody trying to make it out of here?
Oh man, that's a great question. I've thought about it over and over for years and years because, there are times when I want to just go back home, but I have to say that, broadening your horizons really does help you grow. And, as tough as it is, being somewhere you're not used to or whatever the fuck, there are like huge rewards to like bust through it, to like really like work through it and just like fucking, like not have such. So the thing for me really is that I moved so far away, I couldn't move back easily. Like if I encountered an issue or a problem or something that really fucked my life up, and usually I would, go back home to lick my wounds. I couldn't do that. That kind of helps because you have to like really like figure out what the fuck you're gonna do. And I'm talking about like major life changes, or even losing a job, or like trying to find another job, and you don't really have like the support of family and mainly friends. I mean, I came out here, I didn't know anybody at all. I mean, I had to create the network from the ground up. But it is rewarding if you can actually fucking do it. If you can actually do it, you can really figure it out. The rewards are plentiful. Really, I mean, the culture out here, again, like I was saying earlier, is just unimaginable. Like, the food choices are insane, yes, I totally miss El Paso Mexican food. Me and this girl I was talking to, we're talking about it. I can't get that here, but, like the various cultures that are out here can cook some shit, you know. And that
what's your favorite local spots over there?
So I have a few. I have there's a Peruvian place that is dope as hell. Hopefully it stays open. Again, we're all trying to fucking support them by like take out. There's a Ethiopian place that I love to death. Yeah, and I never had Ethiopian food, and it's kind of similar to like Mexican food, but instead of a tortilla, they have like, you know, they have lamb and shit like that, but instead of a tortilla, they have this like weird like spongy bread that they fucking cake the whole shit over. And I'm like, oh, at first you're like, oh, this does not look good, and you eat it and you're like, holy shit, this is amazing, right? Shit, there is a lot of like not Mexican places, but Latin places, you know, from other than Mexico that are just killing here. Yeah, I mean, it's just, so the one thing about DC pre-COVID was that it was like the restaurant city, like in like mom and pop restaurant city, you know, where like it was just like these independent motherfuckers coming up here, doing their shit and surviving, like killing it, right? So unfortunately right now, man, like a lot of them are closing down, like because of the fact that we can't do shit. I mean, like we're still, all of us are really kind of still quarantined. I mean, so not totally, but you know, we can't like dine in and shit. It's impossible right now. It's dangerous as hell because this shit is very real here. It is. We're kind of chilling out on it because thankfully everybody's wearing their masks around town and shit. But, you know, I mean, the virus is what it is, and we can't like go to bars. We can't do a lot of shit, and a lot of shit is closing down. A lot of these favorite spots of mine are closing down forever. And it's, man, it is heartbreaking, you know, but it's like, I mean, they can't do anything about it. Like there's not enough like takeout for them to survive. Like for instance, a lot of the bars here are doing takeout drinks, which is weird as hell. Like I've never heard of it, but it's kind of working. Like it's kind of helping a lot of these bars where you go, like especially like high-end cocktail bars, they'll give you all the ingredients and shit, and you just take it in a bag. Like they fucking leave it out, and then you grab it or whatever, or Uber or whatever the fuck. And they're sort of surviving, but they're not really because it's just not enough. It's not enough, you know?
Yeah. That shit's happening over here too.
They're trying to do that shit here, but it's not really like you got your favorites, but what people are doing over here is they're getting restaurant licenses, and they're just basically a bar that serves chips and salsa. I'm not even fucking kidding you, homie. Like just chips and salsa, and here's your fucking 6-pack.
Yeah, because they closed all bars, like for sure. Like they're closed, and a lot of people, and then people here in El Paso weren't giving a fuck. So a lot of bars too closed because they weren't following the rules. So it's like
now, okay, wait. Before we continue this, what food do you actually miss before we get off topic? What do you actually miss from Chuco before we fucking stray too far?
Don't say Chico's Tacos because
let them say Chico's Tacos.
Hey, hell yeah.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna talk about the okay. First of all, I miss L&J's like hard.
All right.
Mainly, and also Kiki's. I really love Kiki's. I don't know if you guys are familiar.
Yeah.
But I
San Piedras, baby. Puro Centro.
Of course.
Puro Centro, baby.
Yeah. So no, but like the food especially, I miss a real ass plate of enchiladas with fucking beans and rice. Like for real, I miss that so hard. I can't find that shit here. I can't find anything close to that. Mainly because I want emoladas. I want the carne asada and shit like that. But
what about menudo, bro?
Also, I want hatch chilies, Mexican hatch chilies. I can't, obviously, we're up here. Like, there's no way I can get them unless my mom fucking like sends them to me and shit, so I can make my own shit. But I will say the one like guilty pleasure. Well, no, there's a few. I miss Whataburger hard, and I miss Peter Piper Pizza. I don't care how much you guys rag on me. I miss those.
No, dude.
I love Peter's, baby. I love Peter Piper.
I miss Peter. I talk about that shit constantly.
In this household, we have Peter Piper every week.
Oh,
There's no Peter Pipers in fucking DC. I thought there was a national change.
Fuck no, dude. They're not even close. Dude, by the time you get past Louisiana, there ain't shit. Peter Piper.
Damn.
Yeah, no, and that fucked me up at first. I was like, that's my favorite pizza ever. Okay, but I will say that I have been able to eat like actual New York badass pizza, which is also really amazing. But it's actually really close to Peter Piper pizza. Like Peter Piper pizza, they know what the fuck they're doing, man. Like it's, you know, like the ingredient. I don't know the way that they fucking make it.
It has a taste, bro.
Yeah. It's so good. It's so good. It's so like I dream about Peter Piper pizza, and then I wake up and I'm like, "Fuck, man, I'm over here." God damn it! I can't even do it.
Oh fuck!
Over here, we're drowning on Peter's.
Yeah. But I will say also, I recently got into La Cometa. I guess you guys.
El Cometa.
El Cometa.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. Those flautas are fucking badass.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All that onion, dude. Sure. It's like a shitload of onion on top of it.
I love it. And
yeah.
I was like, oh no, is this another Chico's? I'm not into it. My
dude.
No, come on. And I'm like, oh shit.
You should have seen during the COVID when it started and they like closed it and they had the drive-in or whatever, the drive-through. The line, bro. It was like, fuck, dude. There was people on foot, dude, in line for the drive-through, bro. It was fucking crazy.
Well, dude, when I went there before COVID, well, it was like the last time I went there was December and shit for Christmas. I mean, the motherfucker was packed. Yeah. Like, it was a full-blown packed.
Yeah,
like,
it's always fucking
I was like, damn. But, like, you eat it and you're like, oh, yeah, I know why. This shit is real. Like this.
Because it's the bomb.
No, it is. Oh my god, dude. So I'm a little sad that like we don't have that shit here because we just don't have Mexicans here, man. Like it's just like me and that one girl I met and some other. Real. It's all it's all just like Hondurans and shit. Like it's different out here, man. Like
it's a whole nother set of shit. It's not the same salsa.
No, but and that's the thing. It's still good. It's just not what I want, like.
Because it's not home, yeah.
It's not home. It's not El Paso shit, man. Like that El Paso shit or that Juarez shit, man. Those Juarez taco fucking trucks on shit. Growing up with my cousin, I go to Juarez and shit. I miss that hard. Elotes. I make my own elotes here, but they're not close to.
It's not sweet. It's the sweet corn, not fucking.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Exactly. And I'm like.
It's that Potomac maize.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to Juarez to the tacos that are for $1? It's like a peso taco. You would just like tell the guy like what you want, and then you just give him the peso.
Dude.
Those are fucking amazing.
And you fuck that shit up, especially after drinking and shit.
Yeah, dude.
Up, you know. And they'd be like, and then you would spend so much. You'd be like, all right, one after the other. You know, like, or give me fucking like 12 of these. I'm gonna fuck these up right now.
You would be.
There were some records broken back in those days. I'll tell you what, friends. I for sure remember a lot of aguacate flying everywhere.
Dude, I remember going to after the fucking bar or whatever to one of those taco places, and we had our friend and he was fucked up. He was like super fucked up, dude. And there was like this fucking limousine that pulled to get the tacos like from a quinceañera. And my friend couldn't shut up about it, dude. He was like, "Tasha la quinceañera, güey." He was just, and then he was like puking like right next to their suits and shit. Like, and I was like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
No estoy lleno todavía, güey.
Échale más,
Me falta, güey.
Otro de tripa.
Okay, so wait up. So I'm gonna hit you with a kind of personal question. That way we can sign off. You know, we try not to go more than an hour. But
okay.
So I know you have the old head disease, like I have the old head disease, where you got the tinnitus in the ear. I know you got a little bit of that problem. So as a musician, or even as just a fan of music, you know, somebody who appreciates art, what advice do you give people going through that situation? Because I'm almost completely deaf in my right ear from the 15 years I've been working security. So, you know, I know how it is.
Yeah, dude, that's actually an amazing question because I've been struggling with that myself now that I'm getting older. I've been taking care of my ears way harder than ever before. And in the sense of like, so, you know, growing up, like, you used to have like those earbuds. And I mean, before the Apple earbuds, we had similar shit and then blast them constantly. Right?
All the way up. Yeah.
All the way up. Yeah, exactly. I don't do that, and I haven't been doing that for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah, right, exactly. But the thing is, the other thing that's been helping me is that because I live in a city that we all live on top of each other, I can't blast music when I make music, you know? Which before, like in El Paso, I used to be able to fucking like blast music. Like the speakers I have here, I can't really use them because it'll piss everybody off and shit. So what I do is I play them really low when I make music, and then when I have to hear certain shit, I put like my Bose headphones on, but I also keep them very low because I am very aware. Because for real, I go to sleep and I hear like if I don't have anything on, like something like a TV or some shit on, all I hear is that high pitched noise. And it's not as loud. Thankfully, it's not as loud because I've always kind of been aware of the fact that like I'm destroying my ears because, you know, I've been playing live shows for a very long time, and some of them with earbuds, obviously, or earplugs.
Yeah.
But not all the time. I mean, obviously, like, you know, it's hard to like keep on that shit. I do have a set of earplugs that I use when I go to shows that are like decent.
The noise dampening?
Yeah.
I forgot, they have a technical term, but it's like noise mediation or some shit.
Yeah. Cause like back in the day, it was like really hard, like not the sponge ones, but like they're like different. Yeah, like I guess they're like cochlear.
They look like actual hearing aids, but they're just absorbing sound. They're not releasing sound. They're absorbing sound.
That's what I got because the ones that I used to use would just destroy the sound and I couldn't hear anything, and it was hard to like make music or like play live or whatever. Now, yes, I have those when I, you know, go out and I either play a set or do whatever, and they have helped. But, you know, I will say that it's something that like I've been struggling with myself. You know, I know that it's only going to get worse as I get older, but I'm just trying to. And the thing is, I wear these earbuds constantly, which don't help either. Like, but I try my ass off to keep it at a decent level. You know, it's just so hard when you're feeling something and you want to bump it, you know, and you throw it up. You know, it's like so hard. My advice would be just try and get those those dampeners and shit, and you know, for me, luckily, because I'm where I'm at, like I've been able to like keep it chill because I have to. But you guys out there, you know, you guys can go nuts and shit.
Dude, people tell me that I need to wear earplugs because of I play drums.
That's real, man.
And now with this band that I'm in, we're using fucking ear monitors. And it's hard, dude, to play with both ear monitors. Like I want to take one off, you know, and like just so I can tell what's happening. But I get it, dude. It's like it's fucking scary, dude. I don't want to fucking because I've always fucked with the whole like, yeah, I'm gonna put it all the way up.
Because hold up, how old are you, man?
I'm 35.
Okay, I'm 39, and I'm feeling like I was feeling it at 32, and at 32, that's when I was like, all right, I need to start being proactive about this shit because you can't repair this crap, you know. And that's serious, man. Because after a while, you're just gonna hear that shit loud as hell. That, you know, and that sucks, man. I can hear it if I'm completely silent here. I can hear it, and it drives me nuts. And I've read a bunch of articles about how it starts making you crazy. And I'm like,
nah.
I don't need more of it.
I already went crazy when I was 10. I'm not gonna do that shit anymore. Right. You fucking know what happened. But so this is the last question before we sign off. and I know this is one of the creep's favorite questions. What video games are you playing right now?
Ooh, that's a good one. All right. So currently, I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh, we have a review, so you can look at that shit after after you finish it though, because this guy just spoiled the fuck out of it.
I'm almost done. I have to I'm playing it on my projector. Anyway, I'm also playing Paper Mario, Origami, whatever, that new one.
Oh, the new one? I want to play that one. I love the Paper series so much.
The Origami King?
It is fantastic.
Oh, I need to play that one.
No. It is the way you fight and shit, the way that they made it is goddamn, it's addicting.
The circle where you put it, it's kind of like a puzzle kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like a puzzle. You have to figure out and line them up and shit. It is addicting as hell, but also like playing through it, you can like fuck around. It is fantastic. I'm also playing the BioShock because I'm doing a lot of Switch shit. I'm doing BioShock 1, 2, and 3.
Switch is the best, man.
That Switch, especially when you're like on the move and you don't really have a lot, you know, like you don't have a TV or like you can't set your shit up. The Switch is fucking amazing.
Well, like sometimes my wife is watching TV and I just grab the Switch.
No, and that works, man, because you're not fucking around. Like it's like, oh, I want to play. You know, you play, and you know your significant other, whoever the fuck you're with, can still watch their shit, and it's all chill and shit. The one big one I really like that I constantly go to is Tetris 99.
Yeah, I play that shit, and my wife plays that shit.
Yeah, my ex played it. A bunch of my friends played because it's so addictive. You try and win, and it's really hard. Like it's really hard to get like number one or whatever.
Dude, but have you gotten to the point where like you're not even fucking thinking about it, and you're just like,
oh yeah,
like you're just like it's just a fucking trance, yeah.
No, but I've been playing Tetris since I was fucking, you know, a child, whatever. So it's a big
Pinches adictos. No.
Dude, but do you do that trick where like you like spin so that it doesn't drop?
Yeah. You're like spinning it, and then you move it.
Yeah.
So then you can get to the right spot and shit. Yeah, man, that's the only way you can win. And I've gotten to second place so many times, and I just haven't been able to get that first goddamn spot, man.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking hard. It's hard too with the whole attacking thing where you put it to attack or to random.
Yeah. That's important. You gotta do that. Also, okay, real quick, one more. I've been making an entire video game of is Mario Maker. Maker.
Hell yeah. Dude.
Oh.
I have about 5 worlds made already.
Damn.
And I hope to show you guys if you can. I don't know how we can do it, but
well,
throw out your Mario Maker name so we could put it up here right now when we ask you all your digits.
No, or send me the code.
Yeah.
Send me your level codes. Yeah, send me all your level codes and I'll fucking play them, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I will. Yeah. Okay.
I can record gameplay, dude, from the Switch. So.
Yeah. Okay. No, I've made some serious fucking levels. I have 5 worlds. 5 worlds.
Send them to me so that we can do the fucking challenge, and if we can't finish it or some shit, we'll take a shot every time we die.
Okay.
No, todo tirado, güey, muertos, güey. Watch the creep and Sucio die on camera.
Yeah, dude. We should totally do that shit because Mario Maker is that's the perfect game for creative.
Look at
people,
that, Tankuchi Mario. That's number 3. Number 3 is my favorite. I remember that number 3 hype. The Wizard came out, all that shit. That's what I remember.
That's like
but
I have Link. I don't have Mario, but I have Link.
Oh, this fool has a
wait. I also have Link. I did it on myself, but it was all whack because I was learning. Let's see if I can get it up here.
Oh, I thought you were gonna. There it is. Oh, there. I thought you were gonna show me your butt. Yeah, look, this is mine, dude.
Oh yeah. That's that Wind Waker shit, man.
Yeah, I got that one, and I have 8-bit one right here, but it's
fuck yeah, dude.
Like really small, dude. It's right there.
The 3 hearts. He's got that 3 hearts on him.
Nice.
Because he doesn't pass the game like that.
Legend of Zelda is my favorite all-time game.
Also, I constantly go back to Breath of the Wild. There's something so special about that. I beat that shit 3 or 4 times, and I can't stop playing
Breath of the Wild is amazing, dude.
There's something about that fucking thing. I don't know what it's like. It brings me peace. I don't know.
Well, because it's so quiet, dude. And you're just walking around.
And then suddenly, you get into a fight and shit.
Yeah.
I love it.
Cool,
just like real life.
Yeah. Well, like El Paso and shit.
It's all quiet, and then there's a fight. But thank you, Papa, for coming out on the show. Thank you for fucking representing El Paso so well. I mean, you know, you're one of the people that I respect. You fucking. I try to follow you as much as I can. I try to support you as much as I can. But in reality, I really wish you the best. You're fucking badass. I respect you so much as people, and I hope whenever you come down, hit up the Fungin, and you know, we'll let you play the arcade or some shit. Like, we'll do something, like you'll drop us, we'll do something crazy. But you know, on my part, thank you so much for everything. Thank you for being open. Thank you for being honest.
Hey, Sucio, while I sign off and while he says goodbye, get your ass over here. So they see that we're in the same fucking place.
Oh, all right.
No, seriously, I truly appreciate you guys asking. This has been a big fucking deal for me. I really respect what you guys do. You guys are killing it hard.
We're all about supporting El Pasoans, and we just wanted to show that all of us as El Pasoans are kind of similar, musically wise, game wise, movie wise, all that stuff. And Sucio just left the Fungin, and he came into the fucking chair right there.
Thank you so much for having me. I really, truly appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I feel honored, actually, to be on this.
Well, no, thank you for letting us fucking, you know, come into your home, because with this whole Zoom thing, we're all in each other's homes, and you know, letting us talk to you about everything, whether you know you thought it sucked or whether you think it's awesome. It doesn't matter. That's what I like, that we can have a discussion and we can just fucking live with it. So with that said, thank you guys for fucking joining us. Remember to fucking like us, follow us, everything at Nitro Podcast on Facebook, on Instagram. Follow at Sucio, Love Sucio on Instagram. There you go. I don't know if you have a handle, do you, for something for your social media?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always ROOTBUG. So ROOTBUG on anything, you'll find.
Yeah, he's been throwing ROOTBUG for 20 years now.
All right, so
yeah, that's true.
So what's the origin of ROOTBUG? Real fast before we sign off, what's the origin of ROOTBUG?
Oh, it's really weird. I was following some car and they had the graduation shit on it, and I thought it said ROOTBUG, and then I got close and it didn't say that at all, and I just really liked it. There is really it's not a really good story, but that's an
awesome story, man.
That's perfect.
But okay, so anyways, with that said, thank you guys. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you in the next fucking video.
Stay sweet, don't change. Have a great summer. Keep in touch.
Bye,
thank you, Papa, for being on. Thank you. Appreciate you.